Before your next purchase, watch this video. Hey everyone, it's been a little bit and nothing crazy has been going on. I just haven't been I've been shooting videos, but I haven't been liking what I've been shooting, so I haven't put it up there, up here on YouTube or anything like that. So yeah, that's where I've been. I haven't been off on some crazy vacation or anything like that. I wish, but one day. But one thing I did want to talk to you guys about, and something that I've been experiencing and am going through, I guess you could say, is looking at purchasing new gear as a solution to a behavior problem. End of February, I had a birthday, turning 40, and I decided a few months ago that I wanted to save up and buy the Sigma 100 to 400 millimeter lens. This is a lens that from day one, when it was announced, I thought this would be a great lens for me to own. I love shooting wildlife and nature photography for personal work, and I really wanted to up my game and get the 100 to 400. So between gift cards and saving money, I have more than enough money to pick up this lens. But when it came to the time to buy this lens, I didn't get it. So I realized, before I purchased this, that I was buying a lens thinking it was going to be the solution to a behavior problem. So we are very blessed to have access to the wildlife refuge here by us, and it's like 10 minutes from our house. So I could literally get up in the morning, drive to one of the main roads where we live by, drive straight up, and I have access to the wildlife refuge. So in my mind I thought, okay, when I get this lens, I will get up in the mornings, drive over to the wildlife refuge, take some pictures. It's not like the main entrance where I can drive through with a bison or anything, but I can get out, get some exercise, take some pictures, and then come back home before anyone gets up. And when it came time to purchase that, I realized even if I got this lens, I may do it once, but it's not something that I've been doing regularly, right? And so instead of buying this lens thinking it's going to miraculously change the way that I take pictures, I realized I have to change my behavior first. So I need to get up, take the lens and camera that I currently have, and go figure out how to make pictures with what I have, and get the behavior going, so that when I do get a new piece of gear, that gear will fit in, and now the gear, the pictures will be better, right? So here's what would have happened if I would have bought that lens. I can tell you what would have happened. I would have bought the lens. I would have been really excited. I probably would have ran out to the wildlife refuge that evening or the next morning, and then I would have had it sitting here on the shelf, and just sitting here and sitting here, and then maybe thinking, I need to go to the wildlife refuge. Nah, I don't feel like it. And then just sitting here, and then a couple weeks later, been like, man, I kind of regret purchasing this because I'm not using it, and it's a lot of money for something I'm not using. And then at some point I'd be looking at the lens thinking, man, it was a mistake to buy this lens, I should just return it. Or I would have regret in getting the lens from not even a financial reason, but just I bought this thing and I was just sitting here and all that stuff. I'm sure you all can relate. I'm sure you've bought stuff. It doesn't have to be camera gear. It could be a piece of exercise equipment. It could be a car. I don't know, whatever. I'm sure we've all done that. And before you purchase a new gear, like camera, lens, backpack, whatever, before you purchase it, think, are you purchasing this because it will actually add value to what you're doing? Or are you purchasing it thinking it's going to be the solution to a behavior problem? For a lot of us, it's these frustrations we have about our photography isn't because our gear is bad. It's because our behavior towards taking pictures, right? If there's this great quote, saying and story, I guess I heard about one of my favorite photographers, Jay Maisel. He was at a art school, and someone asked him, how do you take more interesting pictures? And he didn't even hesitate. He just said, become a more interesting person, right? If you want to take more interesting pictures, become a more interesting person. And if you want to take better pictures, then take more pictures, right? The only way to get better with your pictures is to take more pictures and to practice, carry a camera everywhere you go. One of my new sayings is not about, it's about the experience, not the gear. And I truly believe that. Like, even though I do have a video coming out about when gear does matter, and there are times where, yeah, getting new gear does matter. But for a lot of us, myself included, it's not about getting new gear. It's about appreciating what we have, using and learning the gear that we already have, but also just changing our behavior. You know, if you happen to live in a city where you can walk to national museums or, you know, monuments, or, you know, you live in a really cool neighborhood in Brooklyn or Utah or Ohio, and you can get out and like walk with your camera, you should do that. Take walks with your camera. I need to get better at this. Like, I'm gonna start taking the dogs for more walks, and I'm gonna bring the A6100 with the Samyang 24 millimeter full frame lens, because it's like a 35 millimeter lens equivalent on a full frame camera. And so I think just doing that, getting out on a regular basis, is going to help get me out of this photography creative rut that I've been in for the last month or so. Hopefully my story has helped you guys, and before you go purchase new gear, you'll think, is this a behavior that you're trying to change, or is this actually a gear related need that you're getting? If you've made it this far, thank you very much. I really do appreciate it, you guys. If you can hit the like and subscribe button down below, that would be awesome. Also, let me know what you guys want to know about from photography. I've been really struggling over the last month, you know, of trying to figure out what to put on, what kind of content to put on this channel, because it's been done and said by everybody, and I think there are better people than me who can talk about Lightroom, Snapseed, taking pictures, and all this kind of stuff. You know, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe of like doing more like on location stuff at the wildlife refuge and like our local state park here, or editing, like how I would edit pictures, how I organize pictures. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to see on this channel. As always, thank you very much, and I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later. Bye bye.